Hey guys, and welcome back to another, I think, special, interesting episode of It's About Time. You guys know us. So, Drew, I'm going to ask you this question, alright? Do you know what's going on this week in the watch world?
This is probably the sale of the Paul Newman Rolex from what you've been talking about for the past month.
Correct. So, on Thursday at Phillips in New York City at around 6 p.m., it's called the Winning Icons.
Are we going to be there?
Are we going to be there? No, because we're not like multimillionaires.
Okay.
So we will not be there. Plus, working and things like that. So anyways, what do you think? Well, but before we do that, what's on your wrist today?
Oh, well, what's on my wrist is my Ulysse Nardine. Oh yes, the San Marco that I just got a couple weeks ago. And here it is. Beautiful white dial with the blue hands and the sub-dial.
Magically, Drew just grew another hand.
I know, it's amazing how that works.
Yeah.
It's sci-fi.
Amazing. Well, my watch needs no introduction. Citizen Eco Drive. I'm not going to even bring it close to the camera. This thing, you guys know it. Why do you, what's the appeal of that watch? In your view? I was thinking about that all day today, all this week so far. What's the appeal of that watch?
The appeal to this watch?
No, to the Paul Newman. What's the appeal?
Oh, to the Paul Newman.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this question.
He's famous.
Do you think it's because he owned, let's say somebody else owned it, do you think it would have been as big?
I didn't think Paul Newman was that big. So, I mean, it all depends who you talk to.
And I know there's going to be people that watch our episode and be like, you didn't think Paul Newman was big? You don't think that watch is a big deal? What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry, I was born in 82. I mean, what the hell do I know about Paul Newman other than his dressing? I mean, and that's what most people my age would know. Oh, he maybe raced cars and he had pretty decent salad dressing. I mean, to me, Paul Newman really doesn't mean much. It's not like, even when you talk about like Mickey Mantle or Babe Ruth, to me that means a lot more than Paul Newman. If Babe Ruth's watch was going on, I would think that would be a lot bigger deal than Paul Newman. But to me, it's just not a big deal.
Interestingly enough, Paul Newman's watch is the most sought after watch in the world.
It's true. I don't know why, but it's true.
So, I guess this brings me to my question for the evening. What makes a watch so important or so valuable to you?
Well, number one, it's rarity. Well, to me or to the industry in general? Oh, to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, rarity would factor in there. How it feels on your wrist. Mm-hmm. The memories you share with it. And, people always like to talk about Jack Nicklaus's watch, how long that's been with him, since 1966, I think. Mm-hmm. And, the reason he loves it so much is because it's all it's been through, all the championships. You can't ever replace that. And my watch collection, we all know my Omega Constellation is my number one watch because it's been with me for one of the longest times. Mm-hmm. And same thing with my Rolex. Been with me for a lot of ups and downs. And they just become very sentimental to you over time. And I always factor in the accuracy. I factor in how it looks, how reliable it is, how durable it is, and does it last through the test of time. So to me, those are all factors that go into how I rate my watch overall.
Now, to me, I really do think, this is just my opinion, I believe that the Paul Newman will go for somewhere in the area of around $10 million. As crazy as that sounds.
It's an estimate to be around 6, right?
No, they're just saying in excess of $1 million.
Oh.
My prediction is it's going to go in year 10. I could be wrong.
I'd give you $1,000.
You'd give me $1,000
for it.
If it went to $10 million?
No.
Oh, $1,000 for
the watch. I don't think it's that great looking of a watch.
Yeah, no, me personally, I wouldn't want to own it. It doesn't do anything for me personally. Let me ask a question. How much? Let's say you had, because there's obviously going to be dream collectors. I mean, you're talking people who have maybe never been to New York City to bid on anything, whatever it is, will be coming into town for the first time ever because that watch is there and they want it. maybe they're going to be calling in, I don't know. If, let's say, and I don't know what it is, you would know or whatever it is, maybe you don't know. How much would you pay for your dream watch? Could be new, used, whatever.
I don't know what my dream watch would
Okay,
be.
well, how much would you pay for a watch like that?
I try not to go over the $5,000 or $6,000 mark with any of my watches. I did it for one, and that was the JLC, which, by the way, I'm getting the blue dial for this week, so I'll get to show you in the next episode.
Well, actually, hopefully we'll do an episode with Sergio.
Yeah, with Sergio, yes.
Yeah,
Saturday
we'll
we
do a
want to do
watchmaker
a
episode.
watchmaker episode. I'd love to show you what he's got over there in Long Island. But yes, definitely stay tuned for that in a future episode. But I try not to go over 5,500 because normally you're not going to get close to it back unless it's used, or if it's a Rolex. But you know, that's usually my budget limit because I'm just not comfortable carrying something on my wrist that's well over that. If you were to lose it, how do you forgive yourself?
Hopefully you have insurance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You better have insurance. But what about you? How much would you pay for your dream watch?
That all depends on how much money I had available to make a purchase like that. You know, I mean, if I had millions, I would pay, you know, $1 million. You know, if I had $50, I probably wouldn't be comfortable spending more than like 10. I don't know. It just all depends. I mean, you can't put a price on your dreams, in my opinion. You know, I mean, whoever buys the Paul Newman, they will have the funds for it. I'm sure will be extremely wealthy, whoever that collector is, and good for them. You know, hopefully they'll wear it and enjoy it. I mean, what's the point of getting a watch and just keeping it away? I mean, yeah, I get it's a collector's item and it's worth a lot of money, but you get something like, you know, use it, whatever it is. But, I mean, to me, really what makes a watch so valuable. And, you know, you were talking about the Jack Nicklaus watch before and Babe Ruth and people that, you know, have an impact on us, you know, a little bit more, of course. And what makes a watch so valuable to me is true. When I watched the Jack Nicklaus Talking Watches with on Hodinkee, I sent him the link. I was like, wow, like that is what everyone should aspire to, like to have that one piece that just like goes with you everywhere, every day. We'll go through wartime situations with you. We'll go in oceans with you. Anything that you needed to do will hold up, will build the memories with you. I mean, I don't care what size it is. I don't care what brand it is. I don't care what it is. As long as it's sentimental, it's something you use for your life.
I can go either way with it. I can argue either point. I can argue, you know, it's great to have a watch you go through 80 years with. I can also argue the point that as you grow in life and as you mature, your tastes change. What I liked when I was 14 is not necessarily the watch that I like now. Both looks-wise, both functions-wise, things change. Remember, he didn't find that watch till he was in his 30s and stayed with him. So, but his taste didn't change over time. Some people do.
Yeah, he just never really wore a watch, and then he got introduced to it through, I think, what it was, Jared Sharpe?
Or
something like that.
I think it's a lot harder for people who are into watches to pick one because they love so many things about so many different types of watches. If you don't give a crap, it's like a car. If you don't give a crap, if a car is just someplace to go from point A to point B, you may stick with that for 50 years if you take care of it because you don't care about the car. You just care that it gets you from one place to another. I think that's how Jack Nicklaus felt about the watch.
Now, listen, at the end of the day, as much as I love this watch, I gotta tell you, my only just complaint with it is just the size is large. You know what I mean? And my only complaint with the Orient, my hand one, is the fact that it just doesn't have a date.
Normally there's always going to be one complaint about
something.
You know,
it's just, you know, so, you know, that's why I'm looking forward to seeing what, you know, goes on with the Breitling and things like that. And then, you know, it'll be the first time to ever have two at once, to really compare them side by side, but to not even wear them on a daily basis necessarily.
Well, tell them about the watches you're going to be comparing side by side.
Well, it's going to be a Breitling and a Certina. You know, I've never done this before, but, you know, a lot of times, you know, you guys know me, I love automatics, but, The problem is that I put them through a little bit of a beating, and when you do that, the accuracy tends to sway a little bit. It, can affect the movement. Something I'm not a huge fan of. It's not really good to keep keep changing the time on the watch, like keep taking the crown out, putting it back in, unscrewing it out. It messes with the gaskets, is what it does, and it wears them down over time. So with a quartz watch, as much as I would prefer not to have them, to wear every day. I mean, they're damn accurate as hell, and you can mow the lawn or do whatever you want with them, and they really don't waver with accuracy unless you're putting them under, you drop them or you go through temperature changes. So I decided to go with a couple, and I'm gonna really compare them side by side for up to like 30 days. And I'm not gonna really wear them too much. I'll put them on and just see how see how comfortable they are on the wrist a little bit. But my goal is to really one Breitling. It's a common watch. Let's just say it's a Breitling quartz, but the dial is completely custom. So it doesn't have like that 24-hour inner dial, which that just throws me off. Like I love Breitling. I love the cold quartz. Don't get me wrong, but that 24 inner hour dial, to me, it's useless. It bothers my eyes. Okay. So I found one that doesn't have it. Just pressure tested. I'll be getting it soon. I'm not gonna put anything on.
You know why they have that inner dial?
What, the 24-hour?
Mm-hmm.
It's for the Army or Navy SEALs, whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm. For the pilots.
Pilots, okay.
They run by military.
But me, I just don't care about that. So I found one that doesn't have it. It's a red burgundy dial. It's actually very rare. I haven't seen one Breitling with it. And then the Certinas, because sometimes you never know what happens with one of these vintage watches, and I just want to compare something new with something vintage. So I've never done this before.
Something old or something new? Who's gonna win? Take your vote.
It really all depends. I'm not going to post any videos on them. It's more about me. I'm trying. The Breitling is, I think, around 37, 38 millimeters, which is such a nice size.
Slightly bigger than that.
And the Certina is 40. Again, still between 30. I always say for me, 36 and 40. Rolex size all the way up to my Orient Monarch. Ideal size, really. I mean, take a look at this watch on Drew's wrist, and you can see. Let's just compare these two, right? Monstrosity on your wrist, although I love it, versus something that looks very comfortable and just
comfortable and elegant.
It's elegant. It's a nonchalant kind of watch, but it makes a big statement, and that's something that I'm looking forward to. So to me, value depends on You want to be able to find the features that you want in the size that you want. I can't begin to tell you how many times I see pictures online every day of people wearing these giant watches. They don't fit their wrists. They love them, that's fine. But all the elements really have to come together for it to be a valuable watch and things like that. So, that's...
Should be interesting what Paul Newman's watch does sell for this week. I'm sure.
And listen, on our episode on Saturday, I'm sure we'll be doing a little recap.
We'll do a recap of that. We look forward to introducing you to Sergio.
You guys are going to see how a dial is put onto a watch, hopefully.
Hopefully, he'll be able to show us that and not screw it up at the same time.
You got an extra dial?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. That's why I have an extra dial. But yes, we will talk about custom-made dials.
Oh, wait a minute. Can you please give everyone an update on your Breitling?
Which Breitling is that? I have 3. Which one do you want to talk about?
Which one did you do a review on? Your glowing review.
I did.
Yes. And what's going on with that? Give everyone.
In the previous episode, I did the Breitling
Headwind.
No.
It wasn't the Headwind?
No.
Oh, was it,
the new one I just got was the Galactic 41.
Oh, it was the Galactic 41, okay.
Great piece. Ended up sending it back because, little tip guys, they kind of lied. It's not 41 millimeters. It's more like 43.
Don't believe him ever when he gives a watch a 9.
Okay. Oh, no. It's a great watch, guys. But Jared's running into the same problem. Yours is how big?
43.
There. It's huge. It's that size. I ran into the same problem. Now, the ironic part is, the one I'm going to end up going with is about the same size anyway. I just like the look of this one better than the Galactic. I really don't have too many options. When it comes to Breitling, you don't. You have very few at 38.
Again, that's what makes the watch valuable to you.
Right. and the others are at 42 to 43. I'm gonna have to
42
go with
is stretching
43.
a little bit, but 43 is a
I
little
really don't
more.
have a choice. I have to go with 43 because I like the watch so much. But again, some watches aren't going to be perfect. You just have to deal with their flaws.
I would say 90% of watches.
Right, just like Jared loves this watch because he has to deal with the flaws of it. And that's the same thing I'm going to have to do with the Breitling.
But I have been wearing this thing every day. I mean, literally, it's been just on my wrist. It's reliable.
Yes.
You know, actually, the only reason why I keep it around really is because it syncs to the atomic clock. If it didn't do that, I wouldn't care about it to save my life. The only reason why I have the Orient is because in case, God forbid, something happens with this or another watch that I have, I just put that on my wrist. It's a hand wind. Nothing's happening to that. You know?
But, guys, always friend us.
No, please don't friend me. No.
Send us a text. Send us email. Send us Twitter. I don't know.
Twitter, Twatter, I don't know. Yeah, send us emails.
You don't have a Twitter account. Good try.
I do.
That's my lovely wife. Anyway, so
but please send us your thoughts,
Yeah.
your messages, future episode ideas as well. We look forward to introducing you to Sergio on our next episode, and we will see you next time on another episode of
It's About Time.